We got Big Worm. We got Armando Berry back deep for the Razorback.
OG.
Back in the house.
OG.
Pig.
Hey, no, I was doing my research, you know what I mean? And, I just strolled across something that most people can't get their hands to, but I can. Now you gotta know who to call and who to talk to. But I got myself a hold to a picture. I want to know if anybody can tell me who this person is. I want somebody can tell me who that person is.
Yes.
In the middle.
Oh, in the middle. I was going to say they look like Max Emil on the left.
With the gray shorts on.
Yeah, Jeffrey Martin, the best 14-year-old baseball player I ever seen on the right. Yeah, the best 14-year-old baseball player I ever seen. And that guy in the middle was the fullback for the Razorbacks back in the day.
The little guy that look like he about 3 foot tall.
Yeah, well, you know, at that time I wasn't. Man, I think I was 12 years old. That boy.
They went back and got you on that one.
Yeah, that boy got a hold to some stuff.
Yeah.
Look at it. You could tell that boy looked like a player. Look at it. Man, the rest of them was smiling because they knew it was going to be a little rough on them, you know. That guy in the middle knew he was going to have it going on. Man.
I ain't care. You can tell you can move the picture. See, I'm able to get my hands on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there right now trying to figure out exactly where it come from. I get it before we get out of here. I figure it out.
No, you won't even figure it out.
I know some folks.
Yeah.
I get it figured
Apparently
out.
I know some folks. Cause I got that picture.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's way back.
I got to wait till the one for tomorrow.
And you know what? The thing about it is, that was actually a flag. I probably wouldn't have been playing tackle back then.
Hey, just wait till the picture I got tomorrow though.
Come on with it.
It's a little bit different than that one.
Oh, probably what?
Action?
No, I ain't gonna disclose all this.
Whatever it is.
I'm gonna just show the picture tomorrow.
Whatever it is, it's gonna have something to do with when I was young and some type of all-star.
No, not this one.
Then the only one we keep.
Hey, it ain't gonna be this one though.
Well, it must be in basketball because if it got anything to do with back then in football and baseball, it's probably gonna be an all-star picture. See how I turned that around a little bit.
Okay, you thinking it? Yeah. You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna like, man, who gave you this? What did this cost you to get this? It was free.
There's some footage out there. I'm telling you.
Hey man, did y'all know there's high school football still going on?
Yeah, California, right?
No, but this year is up in Massachusetts because the coaches got
Hell yeah.
Got fired?
Yeah, talking too much.
Yeah, he said some of that like that dude that played for the Heat. He said some of that and they canned him.
Yeah, got rid of him.
But he's apparently he must have been a good coach. Apparently, but then I looked at it and said the town was like 16,000 people.
I wonder, was it one pony though?
Good question.
Man,
They said he done won 5 state titles since like 05.
Yeah, you can have those small places where it's, you know, like a Carthage or whatever, and you know, I don't know how many people live there, but I can tell you, it's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? But that's the only high school or whatever.
That boy gotta learn how to, like you tell his kids, when you go say something back to you, talk under your breath.
Don't say it.
Don't say
No,
it.
what it was, he probably said something to a team. And I guess it may be something like either I could heat them on when they were doing something wrong. And he said something, one of them kids went back and told.
He had to go.
Gotta go.
So that's what happened. But I don't know if I want a lot of choir boys on my team though.
I wouldn't.
Right. Yeah, it's just that, you know, being the head man, you gotta be a little careful how you go by. You know, especially in today's world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want a bunch of kids going to tell. I don't want a bunch of kids coming to tell me anything.
Right.
But to me, that I don't necessarily like stuff like that. Like if it's something amongst the team, that's just something just really crazy. I mean, with that was, but I'm just saying. But you got some people that tell anything.
Right. It's true.
Coach make us run too hard. They go tell the mama.
Yep.
They go tell the dad.
Yep.
Stuff like that I don't like.
Right. Well, you can tell them to stay at home with the mama and daddy. People I play for, that's what they tell you.
Oh, man, they came out with this. It came out, I've been meaning to say something about it not long ago. But the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Now, this is somebody from ESPN. This is his list. At number 1, he got Tom Brady. One of you agree with Tom Brady being number 1 of all time?
No. I agree with, and everybody going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but I agree with Tom Brady having the best career
I'm saying Frank ain't here.
Any quarterback of all time. You know, it's the difference between having the best career
Right.
than being the best.
I can agree with that.
You know, I mean, just look at Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith had the best career of any running back ever. He had more yards. He had 3 Super Bowls. Best career of any running back ever.
He wasn't the best running back.
No.
Matter of fact, the way Frank was acting the other day, I want to give him that Ice Cube diss song to NWA.
Man. And you know the thing about Brady and people.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. The thing about Tom Brady, you know, it's the guy played. Everybody going to say, oh, well, he won without Belichick. He did. And he didn't play with the same team Jameis Winston played with. You know, he had 3 or 4 key additions come. You know, you got to remember, Winston threw for over 5,000 yards.
Right.
He just was a little colorblind. Well, we knew Brady was going to take care of the ball better. But Tom Brady also the guy. He's also the guy that kept Green Bay in the game. He got through 3 interceptions in the championship game. And not to take nothing away from him, but if you go back and look at the film, if the referees pretty much be a little bit fair, I don't know if they make it to the Super Bowl, you know. But having said that, Tom Brady's a bad son of a gun.
Yeah, but he ain't number 1.
I've seen people like Dan Marino who never won. Everybody, oh, it's all about winning. It's all about winning. Well, you know what? If you really think that it's all about winning, you name some of these quarterbacks that won the Super Bowl compared to some of them that never won, and it's a joke if you think they better. Yeah. But they won.
Yeah.
I mean, Eli Manning got 2 Super Bowls. Eli Manning got one of the best defense or had the best defense almost you ever seen, you know. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger, I like Big Ben. Ben got 2 Super Bowls, but he was allowed to make mistakes because the Pittsburgh Steelers had what you call a real defense.
Yeah, defense. No doubt.
You see what I'm saying? And then you got people like Aaron Rodgers, one of the most gifted I ever seen, if not the most gifted, up until Patrick Mahomes. And you look up and an onside kick in 2014. Well, he lost the game. An onside kick that was coming right to Jordy Nelson, tight end, tried to be a hero.
Right. They'd
have been in the Super Bowl, not Seattle. I mean, you know what I mean? You can.
Aaron Rodgers number 1 on this.
And you know what? I always have said that, but I'm gonna tell you, man, that with what I seen Patrick Mahomes do in losing the Super Bowl, and almost on his head running for his life, and still was hitting people. He's different. He's different.
Just like this dude, this Marcus James dude said, people forget about the Spygate, the deflated football that Tom Brady, you know, they went with him.
Hey, do him like y'all did Barry Bonds in baseball. Put that asterisk by it.
But facts though,
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not? You know, they just say he won 7. They don't say the other stuff.
Right.
But it happened.
Right.
And you know, whether you're in high school, college, I mean, just look at it and you say, okay, the quarterback is judged off wins and losses. But look at some of the best teams you ever seen in high school or you ever heard of. Kyler Murray wasn't the quarterback of all of them.
No.
And I know what he did when he was at Allen. But you can name teams even close around this area or 100 miles away, 200 miles away, and they won. Is that really the reason they won?
Let's go to Alito. They won 10.
Exactly. I mean, let's go to Carthage. I bet Sarad will probably tell you we had good quarterback play, but I don't necessarily know if they was the best one out there.
Well, no, just for I forget to even mention this. How many outs we got?
2 down.
Oh, okay. That's one. I just want to get that going on.
Trying to see that I remember, huh? Well, I do a lot. I used to do a lot of umpiring.
Well, when the season started.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, we played. What Frank at? We played Texas this year.
No, he can't Frank yet.
Yeah, we played Texas this year, and
I got that Vaseline.
And Frank, just in case you know, I'm not one of those Razorback fans who's a little crazy. Think we're going to go undefeated, but I can say this: we're on the way back. Baseball, even though I think they probably the 3rd best team, they ranked number 1 still. All right. Basketball, we'll finish in the top 10. Girls track is the national champ. Woo, pig. What else you need, Frank? We did play Texas in baseball, too, in case you're wondering.
Now, so do you think Arkansas going to be Texas in football this year?
It's going to be hard. But I can say this. Me personally, and I think the division they in going to be a little rough. But I'm going to tell you, I believe they're going to be a lot better football team because they're going to be a lot more physical up front.
But I want to know, I want to, how the hell I'm doing a top 5 quarterback and you talking about the damn Razorbacks?
Okay, because you wouldn't.
You took it there.
Yeah.
I say how many hours it was.
When you say how many hours, it made me think of Texas.
I want to do that, but I didn't want you getting a whole
okay
encyclopedia
Top-
background on Arkansas.
Top 5. Well, once I get going, if I cut both of you right now, you're gonna bleed red. Man, you know what? It's people like Dan Fouts, Dan Marino, Aaron Rodgers. Of course, Patrick hadn't really played enough yet, but man, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, actually, on this guy's list is Ryan Clark is one who did the list, and he got
Give me his list.
He got Patrick Mahomes 5.
Probably because
Right
he
now.
hadn't played enough.
Yeah, that's
the only
why.
reason.
But you got I forgot about that one though.
Who?
What Q-Tip said that Tuck rule when it gets the
The Raiders.
The Ra-
Yeah, the very first.
that was a fumble.
Yeah.
That was a fumble.
Yeah.
But I forgot about that.
Well, what about Malcolm Butler?
All that in
Right.
interception.
So that,
Well, should I say Malcolm Butler or should I say Pete Carroll? Pete Carroll should
Yeah.
have
say
pointed
Pete-
where he's gonna
you
run the
should say
ball.
Pete Carroll.
So we could have named the whole if of course it didn't happen.
Right.
But the deflated football, the Spygate, who knows how much of an effect that played on them winning the Super Bowl. So let's say there was a major effect. That's 2. Take him away. Now he got 5.
Well,
You should have fired Atlanta.
And then-
Atlanta
Whole team.
Falcons
should've fired the
literally
whole
gave
team
the game
till it
away.
was
But
over.
to be fair,
But they just
Eli
lost, though.
Manning made a hell of a play when he hit Mario Manning, was it Manningham or whatever, down the sideline, and then you had to catch with the helmet.
The helmet.
But I just think this, like I said, Tom Brady is special. But if you look at the defense, his first 3 Super Bowls, go back and look at his numbers. Tom Brady's was the Super Bowl MVP this last Super Bowl when it was really all defense.
Listen.
Yeah, facts.
He wouldn't have been in there the year the dude jumped outside for the Chiefs.
Facts.
That
It was over.
No doubt, because he threw his 3rd interception in that
Yeah,
game.
right.
But the guy basically he lined up outside. I mean, he lined up outside, but I'm not trying to.
line outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, like he
in
got
that
paid-
situation.
like he got paid for lining
Yeah,
up
he lined
outside.
up outside.
Like he
Yeah,
got paid for
that's
lining up outside.
I'm not trying to take nothing away from Tom Brady,
Yeah,
but
he got paid for lining up outside.
the guy's been very fortunate, very smart, and he hasn't been greedy. And he played with some Hall of Fame defenders. I mean,
the thing about it, though, okay, but those 2 with the Spygate and the deflated football, that was cheating. So let's say you take those away. Do he got and say it affected the big time to help him win? So now he got 5. Then you take the Tuck rule,
which is the very first one.
Yeah, now he got 4
Yeah.
because that was a former dude.
Yeah.
So now he got 4. So is he really a GOAT? Joe Montana, because Joe Montana sits at number 2
Right.
on this guy's list.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do all that, go through all that.
Right.
He
And of
better
course they got
than
Aaron Rodgers number 3 and Peyton Manning number 4.
And that's another thing. Peyton Manning, no talent. The guy got 5 MVPs,
MVPs.
and we didn't get a vote. Somebody else voted that, right?
Yeah.
The guy got 5. Think about it. Now, Tom Brady got 3, which Carson Wentz injury gave him 1. Because Carson Wentz was going to win the MVP that year. But he has 3. Rodgers have 3. And if you look at it, Peyton Manning got 5.
If you name all those names, you talking about individual, not Super Bowls, individual award, he does not make that list.
Right.
No, he don't.
But everything
He does not make that list.
everything predicated on winning, which we all want to win, but I don't
But-
think the reason you win the title, whether it's high school, college, or pro, is all about quarterback. Just look at the first Super Bowl Tom Brady won, the Tuck rule in the AFC Championship game. Go back and look. I think he threw for 140 yards. He made a crucial play on the game-winning drive, the guy was MVP, and I think he was like 15 for 27, 1 touchdown. Adam Vinatieri was MVP, if not Ty Law. All right, Ty Law intercept the greatest show on turf, intercept the ball and ran it back.
Mm-hmm. I want you. So I disagree with this dude said about Michael Vick. Tell these people about Randall Cunningham in his young day.
Randall Cunningham is maybe still the most gifted I ever seen.
Right.
Because some of the things Randall Cunningham did, Mike could outrun him. Mike couldn't throw it, and Mike had a rocket. Mike couldn't throw it no further than Randall Cunningham. Randall was a little bit before his time, maybe 15 years.
Yeah, of course.
If Randall Cunningham played today, it'd be scary because he was that talented, and he was 6'5", and he just plastic. The play he did against the Giants that time. And I love Mike Vick, but man, Randall was a little bit different.
Yep.
Now, did y'all see where it came out with, I guess, the president of Abilene Christian said that when they beat Texas, what was that? Was that first round?
Yeah.
Since they beat Texas, they made over 120 mil.
Wow.
Just by beating, it said close to it.
Wow.
Just by beating Texas.
Man, I guess because they wasn't supposed to, of course.
I guess so.
Wow, what, 3 against 14, something like that? See?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was low.
Man.
The thing about it, though, and of course, they didn't lose the next round, but just the fact that they were able to play that next round, he said that they made close to 120 mil by beating
wonder
Texas.
why these colleges, high schools, you wonder why coaches make what they make. I was telling Donnie a few years ago, we was talking about certain situations. I'm like, man, before the pandemic, you go to state championship game, you go to adding up and calculating, and then you calculate what you get out of Jerry World, and then they send a portion of that to that school. Man, coaches, they earn it because you make that much more as a franchise.
Right. Almost $120 million for one round of basketball.
That's great. They need to send Texas something.
They don't need nothing.
No, not financially.
A flower. They just sent them both a flower.
I almost got shocker fired.
Hey, you see because you can't see the cone, but that's you can't even see no damn way. You ain't got no glasses.
You can hold it from there, and I probably ready to see it.
You better see this down at the bottom.
Oh, leaks.
Yep.
Quinn Jammer.
Yeah.
When he picked him out, was San Diego? I couldn't see the whole
Yeah,
deal.
yeah. We played with San Diego.
Okay. Exactly what it say, the whole deal. Can't forget about Jammer.
He said he picked him off, and then he said he fell down. All he had to do was fall down, but he tried to run.
And he fumbled.
Running, and he fumbled.
Well, you know what, though?
That's Marcus Leak, the ugly Florida hat on his profile picture.
What about this, though? What about when Asante Samuel had an interception, and then later on is when the guy caught the ball on his helmet? So,
Yeah.
you can look at that more than one way.
Yeah.
And I think people, before they get it all twisted, we're not taking nothing away from Tom Brady. He had the best career of any
But he's
quarterback
not the
ever.
best quarterback.
I don't
of all
think.
time.
Just like
But
Frank. Frank was on that Granddad Purple that morning. He was saying that if you put Aaron Rodgers on those same teams, Aaron Rodgers would have won 7.
With those type of defense,
Yes, he said that. He said
what
that.
Frank needs to do is pay attention to this. Let's be real about it. When Tom Brady went, just say when he went to Tampa, Winston had threw for 5,000 yards the year before, right? Just threw a lot of picks, over 30 touchdowns, 30 picks. But Jameis Winston is not Tom Brady as far as protecting the ball. But he didn't have Rob Gronkowski, 2 touchdown catches in the Super Bowl. He did not have Antonio Brown. All right, Antonio played the last 8 games, caught up 40-some balls for, I think, almost 500 yards. He didn't have Leonard Fournette. He was huge in the Super Bowl. Those guys came after Tom Brady.
Facts.
Here's the conversation I would want to hear. You asked the coach, whoever, McCarthy at the time, would he trade Aaron Rodgers for Brady?
I mean, you'd be a fool not to, if you ask me.
I mean, come on.
They're not the same quarterback.
A success and do it.
Not this past season.
And people,
Aaron.
Billy McGinnis,
His name start with an S.
period. Wouldn't have a problem with it. I want to just go by winning, and that is Brash Troy Aikman. That Dennis Brady was rushing the pass in the NFC Championship game. Bakhtiari was out. Bakhtiari hadn't gave up a sack in a year and a half. So I would like to think that he wouldn't have been giving up.
They had a whole makeshift line.
Yeah, the 2.5 sacks in the NFC Championship game that JPP had. I would like to think Bakhtiari would have said, I got him. Because the guy just don't really give up sacks. And when I say guy,
Still hitting folks hitting Kelsey in the
I
face
hadn't figured out
and
how he
dropping
did
the
that.
ball.
I hadn't figured out yet how two playing next year. And if the Chiefs line back now.
Got a real quarterback.
And they still got that is there. Like I say, he will be hurt.
Yeah.
But they have a real quarterback. In my opinion, they have a top 7 quarterback in the NFL right now.
I'm about to say. Yeah, no, you haven't. No, it's been a minute since you've been up here. A whole lot been going on.
Credit though, they did offer Dak a fair contract even back then. Dak his agent just realized they could play the Kirk Cousins game and come up even more. But he earned it. Is Dak? Dak probably is right around where I put Matthew Stafford at, but it was his turn, and he capitalized on it this time. And if you go by that, they should have signed, even though it worked out, guaranteed money back then. They were fighting over the year. Kirk Cousins, so
I think they could.
Got the $40 million a year and been done. Let's be fair. NFL quarterback. The quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, people cannot say he didn't earn the right. Did you watch?
A little worried about it after when he got hurt. Like, man.
But yeah,
it's me doing the Deion Sanders.
Contracts looks like it could be better than, or looks like it's better.
They're gonna read Patrick.
Yeah,
and then Dak got 1 year. But will be back at the table. What will he be? 30? I think he'd be 30.
He still got play. If he hadn't ran himself to death, he got hit.
Yeah, and then people fail to realize, had they not signed Dak because he was unrestricted, sure it'd have been $55 million. So they.
True.
How many can you name better than? Think about it. Quarterbacks are hard to find. I don't even know if we can name that many now. Because think about this: Drew Brees he's a stud Hall of Famer, but Drew Brees is not better than Dak right now.
No.
I think Dak. Like I said, I'm not sure right off the top because it'd be hard for us to think it. Well, you put that up, the guy is in the top 3 or 4, man. Yeah. He won MVP.
Better.
Russell better, but how much situation?
I don't think they're going to get back.
It's going to be hard. They had that home field. But I'm including the Super Bowl. One had one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one team's coach better than the other. If you go back and look for 10 yards and you'll see one with you can pretty much get in with me. And they're really letting these guys play. Like, come on, man, be real, But you make more money with
Tom Brady
and Tampa Bay than
in
you
the
do
Super
with
Bowl.
Green Bay, so.
It just so happened it was.
Tom Brady's not this. No, Tom Brady. And let's give him credit. Tom Brady didn't. But there goes LeBron way. Now granted, LeBron never fouled. Superstars.
Yeah, that's true. They bring the money.
Man, this thing is going off and on, off and on, off and on.
Cam, we good or bad?
When he get out of here, get it right. Get on that pole and get it right.
Man, did y'all see where 10,000 career assists? It was like the sixth player in the
and how he's playing the game. Man, how old is Chris Paul? But he's still playing at a high level.
Yeah, he's playing at high standards though. You ever notice
LeBron been in the league a long time.
LeBron been there a minute, and the thing about LeBron, for as long as he been there, the guy in the 3.
Yeah, you got to really got to go back and watch him then and now to tell that's been a little change, but you ain't much.
Throwing his dunks.
You could
that
tell
boy got staying power.
Yeah, you could tell when Mike got old.
But he got 2 titles based off Mike leaving. But people like Michael Jordan made about 9. Michael Jordan is in.
Are you talking about on defense or talking about on offense?
Just make and scoring title and the defensive player of the year. And that's what helped. Think about this here, and people like Michael Jordan. I'm a LeBron guy. Down there, through that lane, and if you look points,
it's
man,
easy.
These guys you never heard. Detroit gave him New York, Miami.
But defense with Michael Jordan.
1/3. So the game didn't change, but it's for the fans. Steroid use, chicks dig the young happen. I mean, we could talk done yet, Father Time. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Legal stuff, but I can tell you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Bloodsucker spit.
How would she be taking steroids? I don't know.
Did.
He was saying God was good because they created something that can help me.
My man bounced back. He bounced back.
And the only people that's been, I don't know why the league get mad at the owners because they benefiting from the bounce back.
Man, I remember when Bush owned the Texas Ranger and Juan Gonzalez put Sammy Sosa, they promoted it. Chicks dig the long ball. They had commercials. And then Barry Bonds sitting over there looking, saying, I'm at the roof. And all the baseball historians had a stroke because he was messing with history.
Yeah.
Never seen nothing like Barry Bonds was getting walked with the bases loaded, man.
Yeah.
Barry Bonds, he got to come over with the bases
I
loaded.
believe if he did what he did.
That's why I feel like regardless.
We hit the
Tom
ball
Brady
with a
Tom Brady proven cheating?
Yes,
Okay.
he was.
Hey.
Yeah.
Once a cheater.
Hey. Oh,
Oh, he's
So it was proven for Tom Brady, but the Barry Bonds, no, you can make assumptions that he was, but proven.
right.
But prior to that, what you said, he had 3 MVPs.
3.
That alone should put him in the Hall of Fame.
Which
Yeah,
was
that's
tied
true.
for the most
Yeah,
ever, by the
yeah.
way. Some of them other guys that was around, they would never. I remember when in Canseco was 40 for 40. And but it's like, really? Sammy Sosa and them wasn't the baseball player Barry Bonds was.
No.
But after they, took steroids or like the Brady Andersons, never hit more than about 15 home runs and he hit 40. Brett Boone's, people never talk about the average baseball player that made so much money.
Brady Anderson
Doing-
was he a leadoff for Boston?
The average players. We talk about the Barry Bonds,
Yeah.
Roger Clemens. Those guys was top level. Yeah. Bonds would never strike out,
No.
which means he had the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, but that was just because that was just talent.
That was talent.
And then the pop-ups, they wasn't pop-ups no more.
No, they
They
just
were
started
carrying-
leading.
Oh.
Oh, good Lord.
Ken Griffey had the best swing I ever seen.
The most smooth.
Allegedly, he'd never done anything.
Mark McGrath was battling, and Bonds came. But King was.
Ken was Bonds went crazy, 97, 98,
I got
99,
you.
MVP every year.
Yeah.
But Ken Griffey, maybe the most gifted. Only thing separated Bonds at one wow is that he would get on base and he would run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But A-Rod was that good too.
Yeah.
He never was found like.
I don't think
like
they actually
tested to where he actually came back.
Yeah, I think they know he did it. Like Pudge Rodriguez was never really found, right? Pudge Rodriguez was on steroid. You know what I mean? And he's the best catcher I've seen. If you're not cheating, you're not trying. Now, it's the difference getting the edge. Because when you say you break the rules, is it necessarily cheating?
Yeah, that's what they say about rules.
Well, I can tell you this here. If you name me a stud player, I'm probably going to name somebody cheated.
It's gonna be 99.
I mean, hey, look, they said him and Phil. I mean, I remember being in high school.
Create
in the
more
la-
spin.
In the late 80s. My high school, we would grease the balls. They were our ball. So, I mean, I don't know if that was that legal. And I think it's the
Soften the leather,
stick 'em,
soften the what?
hole back then, but the ball would stick. Gloves got stick in them. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The gloves. Have you ever put on some of them gloves?
Yeah, they.
But that's not cheating because it's legal, I guess. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Jimmy Johnson said if you're not cheating, you're not.
Tell them what was going on back in that day with that team right there.
Ain't no telling.
You never hear anything like when Duke name came up.
Now, at one point, you
Billers got on TV and went to talk. Once they brought up Duke,
quit.
The whole thing with the Zion Williamson.
Quit.
Bill Belichick ever been caught cheating?
No, Tom Brady cheated. That's what they
Yeah.
said. They punished Brady.
What?
Ain't no telling. Hell, half the people probably done got the hell out. But now the Cowboys did let him go yesterday.
Yeah,
They let a lot more go.
and they got him for the cheap too. Sad, right?
I don't know. The QB pressures. He was maybe 7 from Lawrence.
Boy, they gave that man that money. He just quit playing
Marcus
football.
Lawrence hadn't done. Matter of fact, in crucial situations in the game, he's not even in.
He stopped coming to work.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, you can blame the line, but don't look like Ezekiel done a whole lot since he's been
Since he got paid.
signed.
Thing about it though, matter of fact, a lot of those guys, like a Lawrence, to me, Lawrence just busting on the scene out of nowhere, and was good. He got his contract. He faded away. Look at Victor Cruz. Look at Miles Austin.
Right.
They just busted on the scene out of nowhere. They was good. Got a big contract, and they went selling away.
Yeah, it happens a lot. They
You,
say
you
people
don't
don't work.
you don't hear about them guys anymore.
Yeah, they don't work as hard.
It's like winning the lottery for them boys, man. Like, man, I ain't got paid.
But here's the thing that's different though. The superstars, they get paid and they still produce.
Yeah.
Those other guys get paid and they disappear.
And that's one reason why
Can you,
when people would give Jerry, I'm not a Jerry Jones guy, but when people would give Jerry a hard time, I would always say he's got a history of paying the players. If you look at the past and you look at right now, I mean, when Jerry signed his lineman, all of them was the highest paid at their position, right? When Jerry signed the wide receiver, I think he was in the top 3 at that time at his position. When he signed Ezekiel, he was number 1 at the time. Dak got offered, which Dak, we know what he got now, but Dak had got offered a contract that was better than any contract except Russell Wilson had $1 more million guaranteed. So Jerry really, like I said, I can't stand the way he go by just hearing his voice sometimes. It just irks me the wrong way because Jerry got to get out of them 50s and 60s. I mean, as much money as he had with his oil and, coming out of North Little Rock with the family business and all that, he paid, I think they said 100 and whatever it was, that contract was more than what Jerry paid for the Dallas Cowboys and the stadium. So the guy was a smart businessman. But at the same time, Jerry never ran a route. He never threw a pass, and he never caught one. From what I hear, he hadn't tackled nobody yet, neither. Jerry made a lot of money off a lot of folks.
Yeah.
I mean, how you gonna discredit Jerry? Jerry played for them sorry Razorbacks back in the day.
Look, if you can play and do what Jerry did at about 130 pounds or whatever it was, man, come on, man. Football didn't even start, man, until
Who that dude
until
you
the
talking
70s.
about? Who are you talking about? Who is that?
I hadn't seen Q-Tip's picture yet.
I don't even know who is this.
You think the baseball player Acuna?
Acuna,
Yeah.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
Braves. He's a bad boy.
Yeah.
Victor
Acuna?
Tatis a bad boy too, and
Fernando Tatis is legit.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, who he played with?
He's a shortstop for the.
That's one of the guys that got paid, right?
Yeah.
Is it the San Diego?
No, Pedro. Yeah,
San Diego
Padres.
Padres.
Yeah.
Shortstop, right?
Yeah.
He just messed his arm up his shoulder.
He just got hurt?
Yeah, he come out of the game the other day.
Oh, yeah. He gets
Remember, I was
what?
telling you about
He paid. So, what was it, 343?
343?
300. Yeah, 300 and some.
Yeah.
Second largest.
So, I mean, he paid, so.
I was telling you about Acuna about a year ago.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Acuna he's that guy, or that they say he's that dude.
Now, if y'all was Aaron Gordon for the Orlando Magic, would you be irritated if your name is being brought up to be traded? If you was him?
Not if I played with Orlando.
No, I'm getting out of Orlando.
It's nothing good down there, but
They're sending me to
weather.
Houston. Well, they're sending me to
And the
Houston
taxes.
from.
Oh no, I'm bad. I'm tripping. He asked for the trade.
Okay, yeah.
He's frustrated, so he has to get out of, to leave out of there.
And people will say, "Oh, they make too much money. They're crying this and that." Man, let me tell you something. Just like Deshaun Watson, he gonna get out of Houston. Now they ain't got to bring up all this, I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. If it was that bad, the law should have been called a long time ago on him.
And
Yeah,
see,
you got a point there.
that's what I stated yesterday. I said, if what he's saying, what they saying he done, if to me that wants you to go to press charges.
Yeah.
So if you didn't go press charges, but you can try to sue him for money, your agenda is kind of like off to me.
If
That's
there's
the first thing happened. They come in there saying, "Give me 6 digits."
Yeah, that's kind of off to me.
And we'll let it go.
That's my opinion. If he did something such as that, the law should have been called.
Right.
Charges should have been pressed.
Yeah.
The first thing that happens, everybody want to get money.
Well, he did one thing smart. He went and called Rusty Harden. That was Roger Clemens' lawyer back in the day when they knew they had Roger red-handed. He ain't got him yet. So big money beat little money. Now it's gonna cost Deshaun a little bit.
What have I said? You're innocent until proven broke.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's gonna cost him. But that's a tarnish on his name, though.
yeah, no doubt.
Like once people tarnish your name, they don't try to do anything to get your name back out there in the good up public eye. It's tarnished now.
All somebody's trying to do is run with this story, man.
Man, it's so sad. But you get people that name come up, and we don't know what they did, whatever not. I don't think he did. But when people name come up, and if you like Troy Aikman and you wait a while to get married, then you gay. Aaron Rodgers, you gay. They're going to put something out there on you every time. If you don't hurry up and even though you link to this girl and that girl, it's going to always come out something. And Deshaun's single, right?
I thought he was.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Oh, I think he's single.
Oh, I don't know.
Which mean the guy's young, single.
A lot of money.
Got a lot of money, having fun. And somebody said, well, you told me you was going to give me more than what you gave me.
I don't know, man.
I mean, think about it. Kobe Bryant ended up, even before he died, was, the best ever when you just talk to him and listen to him communicating. Everybody loved Kobe Bryant internationally. Kobe Bryant was on a rape trial.
Right.
Yeah.
I was at the NBA All-Star game, sitting on the fourth row, watching Kobe Bryant. Every time they called his name in Denver, they booed him. You really think Kobe really raped? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what?
At this day and time, you can't say that. You can't defend it. Almost. You got to be like, you almost got to be neutral because of the sensitivity of.
Yeah, I think Kobe did one thing wrong. Kobe.
But go to bed. Go to bed.
He did it.
Kobe did it. Hey, let that man rest.
No, Trey is a Kobe hater.
Well, I don't blame him. You know why?
Hey.
Kobe 5 times. And everybody, oh, yeah, Shaq the first 3. You better go back and look. Shaq was a liability when the game was on the line.
No, tell Trey that.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah.
He knows.
Tell Trey that.
Kobe Bryant is a natural bone killer.
He was.
Yeah, he's a natural bone killer, and he's a bad
But you don't think that
man.
about LeBron?
Huh?
You don't think about LeBron?
Was he a killer?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's
I don't know what,
I think
can't
he's
remember.
special.
I think it was Orlando that they when he was in Cleveland still.
Yeah.
And they were on his head. Didn't he score like 40 and a half?
Yeah. Oh, LeBron, don't let people get it twisted. LeBron is all that.
I knew he was gonna say that.
LeBron is all that.
He gonna say Kobe ain't what it is because he got one MVP.
Oh, okay. So let's go back to that. So Peyton Manning is the best quarterback ever. He got 5. You can't go if you want to be real with the MVPs. And this is not coming. Like I said, I love LeBron James right now compared to, but LeBron James deserved more MVPs than 4. Michael Jordan deserved more MVPs than 5. Go back and look it up. You can give LeBron, Mike, people like that, you can give them the MVP every year and won't be wrong. Mm-hmm. Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, people like that won MVP, and Mike tried to kill him in the final. Well, he did. He did kill him. But you can't necessarily go by MVP. Just like I said, go back and look at the Super Bowl. Tampa defense and run game won the Super Bowl. Brady threw for 200 yards.
He got MVP.
He's MVP. Brady threw for one. What was it? I think 40 in the first Super Bowl. He got MVP. Come on, man. I mean, MVP is it's just people. A lot of them never play ball voting.
Trey said Manning is the GOAT.
Manning? Okay. I'm not gonna argue with it. He got 2 Super Bowls, right? Mm. He was on Von Miller and them back the second Super Bowl.
Now the first one I say that he had a whole lot to do with it.
A whole lot to do with it.
But the second one, no.
Exactly. So, do you have to really win a championship? I mean, can you sit here and honestly say some of the football and basketball players are not Hall of Famers because they never won a championship? Tell Trey to calm down and but Kobe Bryant was a bad boy.
So shoot your top 5 basketball players real quick.
Oh, man, that'd be impossible. Michael Jordan, number 1. Probably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, number 2. Probably 3. Probably LeBron might just not got number 3. Then maybe Kobe Bryant, Magic Johnson, whichever order.
That's a hard.
Now, let's be real. Let's go by winning. Since people, they always want to talk about winning. Bill Russell, number one.
Of course.
But you know what? You never hear nobody talk about that.
Of course he's number one. He got 11.
He got 11.
That's right. But
something that nobody ever get.
I'm going to tell you this, and people finna laugh and throw me in the trash, and I'm telling you, I really believe this. Up until about 2 years ago, man, Larry Bird was right there, man. I'm telling you, he was that good. And we talking about MVPs. Steve Nash won 2 MVPs, and they was Kobe Bryant's MVP. But they had the best team.
No, hey, don't say that out loud. There you go. Trey gonna hear that.
Big pressure.
don't say that out loud. Trey listening, so he gonna hear that.
Pressure gonna say, do not let Mondo get back in my seat again.
Hey, they yesterday. No, I don't know what Frank be on.
Granddaddy.
But he was trying to make a case to say Luka is the best player in the league. You believe that?
No, I can't say this. Luka is from where he is, like in the second year. Look out, he's a bad man.
Yeah, we had created an elite and top tier.
Is he the best in the league though? No.
I mean, if he was that good, Dallas Mavericks would be doing a little bit better than what they doing
now.
You know, but Luka's a bad boy.
Hold on a minute though. Going off that, what did Trey say about John Wall?
He said it was terrible.
If John Wall was that good, they would have won some games.
Yeah.
If Luka that good, he consider some more wins then.
Yeah.
And you see how they go?
And I try to be fair. I mean, we just want to go by resume, and it's all about winning. Let's go ahead and put Scottie Pippen in the top. Him and Robert Horry in the top. 6 players ever? Come on, man. You know what I mean? But that's the way people you twist it however you want to twist it.
You can put a lot of them in there, Steve Kerr. You can put a lot of it.
You twist it however you want. You know, one thing Mike never did, and it just wasn't in him. The game was different, but he never would have joined 2 guys when he was the best player in the league.
But he didn't have to.
And then get right behind.
Now, I'm getting tired of people discrediting Scottie Pippen. Because in today's time, Scottie Pippen was he was a Harden of that day. He was a Klay Thompson of that day. I mean, we are discrediting that. Mike couldn't have won without Pippen like this.
You're 100% correct. What I'm saying is, though, Mike was that dude. And then people looking at these triple-doubles that Luka get and LeBron. In 1989, they moved Mike to point guard for some reason for about 20-game stretch or 15 games. The guy had like 13, 14 triple-doubles. You know why? Because he waited around on the rebound.
No, but on something like that, though, a lot of those guys could have left their franchise that they was a face of for all them years, like a Patrick Ewing. You think he could have jumped ship and joined somebody else's ship?
Hey,
he stuck with the Knicks.
Yeah.
Now, that last championship, they did have a built team, though.
Who?
The Bulls.
Robin? Talking about Robin? No, it was last 3. Robin was
three.
on their last 3.
Last 3, they did have a built team.
But you know what? The thing I like more about Mike, and you know, Mike he played college, but he was a Naismith Player of the Year twice, which is, you know, Mike hit the game-winning shot when he was 18 years old, man. LeBron was in the NBA when he was 18. LeBron had a better body than anybody, but I'm going to tell you something. It's just something about that killer. And LeBron them, the league now, it's all fun and game and hugging. I would like to see, even with the body he has, because he'd be able to take the punishment, but I'd like to see, will LeBron really go down in that lane? First of all, LeBron don't want the ball when the game on the line because he got to shoot free throws. Mike and Kobe going to do like this until everybody get out of the way. Because it's like, once you foul me, then I'm going to talk to you while I go to the line.
But see, LeBron
don't want no parts of it.
I watched that young man shoot that burner too, though.
I mean, what he's saying, though, the day and age back then ain't the same now. Everybody is friendly.
Yeah,
Mike wasn't going on no boat trip with Karl Malone.
No.
Oh, but he was gambling with Charles Barkley.
That game, he was gambling with Charles. But the game today, but you see what he did to Charles in the finals? When Charles got in a confrontation with somebody on the Bulls, and the first thing Mike did, stepped in and basically moved him out of the way. Mike was not. I'm going to tell you, the game is different, man. That's why they got all these 50 points scores. You can name so many guys and hit 50 points. You couldn't back then.
No, that's
you couldn't back then.
Trey said LeBron played in the early 2000s. You know, don't forget who dominated the game then, too.
LeBron is outstanding. But Mike took the test 6 times. He left in his prime. It would have been 8. He took the test 6 times and he made 100%. 6 times.
Okay, let's talk about that.
He made 106 times.
He beat some good teams.
Who, Mike?
6 times.
Yeah, he beat some outstanding teams. And LeBron won his titles. It's called the Draymond Green experience, which we know without that bull crap they calling, they done won again. Golden State.
Draymond Green.
No, you remember what happened when they kicked him out the game and he missed the next game
So you think he was the factor them?
Oh, they had to have Draymond because first of all, Golden State soft. They had to have Draymond.
Yeah, they needed Draymond.
Draymond, I mean the guy.
That is true.
Yeah, the guy was going to hit.
I'm a LeBron fan though, but what he's saying is true.
The guy was going to hit 11 points. He's going to have 12 rebounds. He's going to have 9 assists, and he's going to play some real defense, and he's going to have 5 fouls. But no, I'm a LeBron guy. Matter of fact, before make sure you hear this, Trey. Over the last 2 years, I'm a big-time LeBron James fan, more than I ever been a Mike as far as a basketball player because what he stand for. But Michael Jordan is the best basketball player I've ever seen.
Who win the finals?
This year?
Yeah.
If the Lakers healthy, they right back. But right now, man, I don't know. Because of the injuries.
They just lost last night.
I know.
Hey, who lost?
The Nets.
Well, the Nets played with us 3. James Harden didn't play. Kyrie Irving didn't play.
So I didn't know that.
Kevin Durant didn't play. And I'm going to tell you something. With the way the game is now, James Harden is as good an offensive player I've ever seen. The guy averaged, 37 points a game 1 year?
I say the MVP.
You know.
Get to the mind, Mike beat some little guards.
Mike started out beating.
He said he's probably 5 athletic players back in Jordan era.
Hey, Mike started out by beating the Lakers in Showtime.
They were old.
Irvin Magic Johnson.
He
beat Phoenix Sun with the best record in basketball. He beat Utah at the time with the best record in basketball. Back when it was real
He
basketball.
fouled. He cheated.
Hey, Mike pushed. Hey, look, Mike pushed off.
He pushed off.
That. That's why I say Tom Brady did not start this love. Tom didn't start this. But, all the younger guys, a lot of younger guys going to like LeBron
I'm a huge
and older.
fan,
but when I listen to historians, and then when I listen to people even like Shaq and all of them, and they all point toward MJ. So I don't see how he's not the best.
Well, man, we're going to get on this discussion tomorrow. I wish Big Pressure was here, but he in that California love.
What Snoop say?
What?
Palm trees bad. Ain't want to be.
Hey, what was that old saying we used to say on the show when the California love song come on? I forgot what it was.
I probably think about it tomorrow.
No, not that.
He used to say that part all the time.
Yeah.
I'll think about it tomorrow. You got to realize, man. I just come back to Miami.
Because I forgot. I'll think of it about the morning though. But I'm gonna have some more pictures for you.
Do that.
Yeah.
Make sure they are the All-Star calendar.
No.
You keep leaving that part out. Now, I gotta come on now.
Then out, man. We'll be back tomorrow at 7:00 sharp. And Armando Berry back deep for the Razorback with the mud punt. We'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
That boy missed one punt in his life. And he let it down.
This is the best sports morning show on this side of heaven because my mama said so.
Are you